Hello, my name's TSW with TGN, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. This is like my first pilot episode for an idea I had. Basically what it is going to be me uploading a video every weekday, and depending on what day of the week it is will determine what subject the video will be about. So let me just give you a quick rundown of the sort of thing you can expect. On a Monday, talk about add-ons. If I have the add-on installed, go over a configuration of the add-on. Also maybe debate about which boss mod add-on is better and why, that sort of thing, and also maybe at the end of the video ask which add-on you guys would like me to review or talk about next week. I think that could be pretty interesting, and getting feedback from you in the comments would be very handy for that. On Tuesday, have some sort of raiding video where we talk about what phase on RAG we're wiping to, what strategies we're trying. If you've been wiping a lot to Lord Rylith, why were we wiping, some fraps of that sort of thing. I think that could be pretty interesting as well. Trying to cover the whole spectrum of raiding, maybe doing an alt raid or something that's maybe tier 11 or maybe a level 70 raid, I don't know. And then Wednesdays have some form of PvP video where I'm PvPing, and yeah, that's pretty explanatory. Talking about classes and what talents I'm going for and why, that sort of thing. And then on the Thursday, a leveling video where I talk about what characters I've been leveling that week, which levels I've gotten, what talents I'm using, what glyphs I'm using, and also what zones I've been leveling in, and also probably most likely the dungeons I've been in, because I do quite a few dungeons. And then on the Friday, a tanking guide where I basically go over one subject in tanking and then talk about that every Friday, which I think, especially for the tanking guide, it means I have a lot more time to talk about it, because the tanking guide is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but it would be a huge amount of work, because I don't want to just make a 10-minute guide, because nowhere can explain everything that I want to talk about. So if I do one every Friday, I think that over the course of a couple of months there's going to be a really solid guide in there that you guys can follow. If not, you can just watch it every Friday and get some background knowledge, and then just build up a kind of like a vocabulary of tanking and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. And today's Monday the 15th, so that would land on an add-ons video. So let's quickly review an add-on. And yeah, if you guys have any sort of feedback, please let me know in the comments, as well as if you guys want me to review a different add-on next week, that could be pretty interesting. Okay, so the add-on I'm going to go over today and show you how to configure is SLData text. Now, I'm sure that probably most of you are thinking, what is that? And the answer is, visually, you can see it under my map with the time, my durability, how many guild members are online, how much gold I have, as well as at the bottom my MS and my FPS. We get the configuration by doing /SLDT for SLData text, or you can type in SLData text. Once you have the add-on installed and enabled, you can download it from wowinterface.com or curse.com or any other good WoW add-on site. You bring up this interface. Now we have global options, pretty self-explanatory, what fonts you want it to be, what sizes, what colours, and then we bring up the different specific elements. We have bags, which I have disabled. Essentially what it shows you is your total bag capacity and how many slots you have filled. So I have, let's make this a little bit bigger. Oh, I can't increase the font size. Oh, untick global font, there we go. Oh, what? There we go. Here we go. So I've got a nice big font. So I've got 104 out of 106. So if I do /B to bring up my bags, I have 2 slots free. Pretty self-explanatory. It shows you how much bag space you have. Let's disable that because I don't really need that. Go to clock. Now this is the big one in more ways than one. Under my map, you see the time. It's really handy for me, and probably the main reason why I'm using this add-on, to have a nice big clock. Again, you can choose a specific font size. You can pick a font size which is bigger, just so you have a bigger font. Or I quite like this font. And you can also change the layout or the format of the clock by deleting the :S. We have just hours and minutes. But if I put back in the %S, we have the seconds, and I think it's quite cool to be able to see the seconds. So That's why I have it enabled. Just really nice to be able to see the time nice and large without having to squint or hover over your map or tab out essentially. So let's pop that back where it is, unlock elements, and drag it back into a similar location as to where it was before. Then we have coordinates, which are here. I don't actively use coordinates, but obviously very handy if you're questing or need to refer to a location in game. But generally speaking, I don't need them, so I'm going to disable them. The configuration for all of these elements is pretty straightforward and similar for each element. So you don't need to worry too much about the configuration. And if you can configure one, you can configure all of them. So this is currencies. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Essentially, all it is the word currencies. You want to make sure you have the tooltip enabled, so when you hover over it, you can actually see the information that it provides. One of the really nice features I like is it shows starting justice points and starting honor, and also starting conquest points. So you can see how many conquest points or honor you're getting per hour, and maybe switch things up a bit, try and increase the rate of gaining your currency, which is pretty cool. Again, very similar configuration to the rest of the elements. Durability, I have it really small so I can barely see it, so it doesn't clog up too much space. Essentially all it is the percent of my lowest piece of armor durability wise, and when it goes low I know I need to repair, because there's nothing worse than going into an encounter on 30% durability and getting battle res 3 times and having no armor. That's not fun. Frame rate as well, down at the bottom I have it really small just because it doesn't take my eyes away from from the encounter or whatever it is I'm doing. I don't want to see a massive 30 in the middle of my screen. It needs to be nice and small and to one side. However, it still needs to be there because I like to see how my computer's running. And you can also hide it on combat. You can also change the text behind it. At the moment it says 30 FPS. I could change it to 30 TGN and it would come up with 30 TGN. But I'm not quite sure what 30 TGN is, but I know what 30 FPS is. So let's put that back. Friend list, it shows. Oh, I don't have this enabled. That's probably why I can't see it. Let's make it a little bit bigger. See how many friends I have online. Aren't I lonely? But I don't need that enabled, just to remind me of how few friends I have. Gold, very simple. It's just a number of how much gold I have, but also hovering over it shows you my starting gold and my total gold, and also my gold earned per hour. So that can be very, very handy. Guild list, showing you how many guild members you have online. You can alt click to group invite or single click to whisper them. Latency, very, very handy as well. Saves me having to hover over my bar here to see my latency, or have this this whole what's this called, the micro menu enabled. Sorry, it is enabled, but like on show, just to have that small like computer screen indicating how much MS I have. So much easier just to have a small number on the side of my screen. Also, we have mail, indicating, well, when I have mail, how many mail slots, bag things I have. Oh, here we go. It says no mail. There we go. How popular am I? We have memory as well, indicating. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Indicating all the add-ons I have and how much memory they are taking. And as you can see, I have quite a few add-ons. So I've got Monday videos sorted for the next 10 years. And you can hide in combat, trim count. Or what does that do? Oh, only shows a few. That's kind of cool. And shift click to collect garbage. Yum 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 yum. Let's get rid of that. Profiles, very self-explanatory. Just depends on what server you're on, and you can change it up. Tracking for like if you're a hunter and stuff. I don't think it does anything if you're not a hunter, because I can't see. Oh, I see. It says tracking here. I see. All it does is show you what it is you have tracking basically. I guess it's kind of easier to hover over this and see I'm finding fish, class trainer, low level quest, target, focus target, instead of going up here and clicking. I guess it's a little bit easier, but at the same time I don't think it's quite necessary. So I have it disabled. And then we have a zone text in the top right, but I think it looks a lot better than my sexy map, which is the conflicting add-on here, which brings it up behind it or something. So as long as I have it enabled, it looks fine. So yeah, that's basically it. That's the add-on SLData text for my Monday video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and tell me why you liked it in the comments below. Tomorrow, if this all goes ahead, there'll be a raiding video where I explain where we are wiping in regards to Heroic Ragnaros, and then Wednesday for some PvP action, Thursday for some leveling, and Friday a tank guide. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I've been TSW with TGN. I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.